Dude, what do you mean, dude? I was gonna watch your video. I watched your video. This is the second time I'm doing it. I watched your video. I already watched it.
Huh?
You have just made your last mistake.
Oh, God!
I watched it. I didn't mean to upset you.
Just as a recap, Capri Suns and their commercials have gone from cool ads about doing sports and playing outside to drinking them, allowing people to become Lawrence Fishburne and also liquefy, to sentient judges of morality that horribly punish children who realistically don't know better, to the main base of a content house, to a Deus Ex Machina machine that shoots whatever's convenient at that given moment, to a collection of failed mascots of wacky characters, to full, undisputable life, to goddamn reproduction with minions. Minions are
That's
freaks.
insane.
We have seen these things and what they do in the movies, but be entirely honest, are you shocked? In
No.
fact, why aren't you shocked about any of this? In commercial land, juice boxes are some of the most high-risk products on the market. The Kool-Aid
wrong.
Man has the power to kill trillions. Juice boxes just end lives. But whatever you want to think, just know I won't be drinking any Capri Suns if they have a face on them. Because
it.
if they look like this while I'm drinking on them, I feel like I'd be drinking the blood of a small, frail animal. And at that point, I'd rather it be a possum or a squirrel. That was a lot. But anyway,
Yeah.
these safari fries are exceptionally average. And that'll do it. Join me next time when I... Oh, there's the thunderstorm. Yeah, no, I'm clocking out. So, bye, everybody.
Interesting.
The goldfish cracker is the snack that smiles back. Weighing in at 3 calories and 3 centimeters tall, they've become a food icon. However, in the past
goldfish.
20-ish years,
So
there's
what's my
actually been a
favorite?
major overarching story right under our noses. So join me today as we uncover what this world has actually been hiding. Hi everybody, I'm here in my kitchen. My parents said I can't cook for my life, so here I am with some oven mitts, too many knives, and a dream. So goldfish crackers have actually been a thing since about 1958, but today I want to specifically look at the most popular portion of the goldfish cracker universe, that being the decently long-running series Finn and Friends, the commercial animations that would end up making a story that's
I love these, bro.
simultaneously as ambitious as it is a little bit lazy and dumb and stupid in that order. In 2001, in
Actually
some
had a
suburban
game.
home somewhere
I
in the
think it was a mobile
connected
game of
48
them.
United States of America, there was a family who at minimum consists of members including an unnamed mom and daughter, a boy named Jamie, a bloodhound, a lizard, a cat, and an entire society of fish crackers just flopping around. From 2001 to 2004, there would be the Goldfish Crackers Stone Age. The Goldfish Crackers at this time aren't dignified. They're more goldfish than they are food crackers, though that would change as time would continue. Traits of these older goldfish included lower intelligence, size manipulation, and being able to swim in the air regardless of size. Then, in 2005, late into the night, Jamie, that lovable scamp from before, sneaks into his kitchen and takes all the goldfish crackers he can find of all different flavors, but specifically a classic bag and a color bag. Jamie goes back to his room and then begins to eat them all in the dark on his bed, dropping a good amount of them under his bed, and this moment alone would quickly erupt into an actual functioning society in their golden age. For some reason, this family just loves their fish snacks. Like, they have multiple bags of every flavor, and justifiably so. Goldfish crackers are famous for being the only snack that smiles back.
Yeah.
Unless you're a cannibal, then it's one of two. Yet because of this,
Not wrong.
the fish had to fight for their lives against this honestly intense, yet most likely nuclear family. Somewhere around this situation, in 2005, natural selection time. This is Finn. He's our protagonist, our main guy, the bread in our friendship sandwich. He's a good dude without an attitude, and he's incredibly nice to everyone. 2005 also marks Season 1, because the Goldfish Crackers fanbase and animators cared enough to make each respective arc as a season. So there's 8 arcs, 8 seasons, 1 season per arc. It's simple enough to comprehend. Throughout 2005, Finn's warning all of his fish pals, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't be eaten. Maybe we should have a Goldfish Cracker protection program. Maybe we should have a buddy system. Maybe we don't walk into the Flavor Blaster, designed specifically to flavor blast Goldfish Crackers that's also in this house for some reason. At this point, you can also tell which goldfish are more intelligent based on the development of their eyeballs. And in this case,
Really?
all the ones without retinas and stuff are killed off, leaving Finn's
Oh.
bag almost entirely empty. This is when he has his first and only moment of character development in the entire series, where he
Really?
realizes these aren't his people, and dying and
Oh.
stuff isn't really his thing, so he kind of just stops trying to save the bag, which is good because there's
Yeah.
like 6 fish alive, so it's a little bit too late to keep trying. 2006, Season 2. The New World arc. Everything we
New
just
World.
talked about was the build up to the actual series. If Season 1 was the introduction, this is more like the exposition and what to expect for the rest of the series. Finn tells his brother Walter in his only ever appearance that he's gonna dip and find out what he truly wants in life. Walter goes, "Alright, sweetiekin, stay safe." And then he does that, surviving a massive fall off the nightstand, and immediately meets the next 2 friends of our group, Brooke and Gilbert. Brooke is the girlfish. You can tell because she has eyelashes and she's a smart, strong, independent fish. Imagine
Yep.
Finn, but Parmesan. And Gilbert.
Oh, okay.
Gilbert sucks, dude.
Yeah, he does.
He's awful. He's this little dingus who's so lame all the time, always
I know.
complaining, always getting into these wacky yet ungoofy predicaments. Like, he unironically did like the MCU type dialogue where he says awkward in a major emotional confrontation. He's ruining things. He's awful. He's not doing any justice to his flavor, which tastes pretty
Yeah.
good in queso. I'd recommend that. But
I
that's besides
love-
the point. There's only 5 established characters and within the first 2 seasons,
pretzel
and Gilbert's my
goldfish. They're so
eighth
good.
favorite. In the friendship sandwich, he's the cement. After those 2, you got Extreme, who gets
Accurate.
introduced right after them. He's flavor blasted, but actually survived the flavor blasting of 2005, and his name is just his personality. There's not much to it, but he just does stunts and gunk, so you know, it's cool. It is what it is. From this point on, all of Season 2 is mainly just Toy Story but fish food. The rules regarding physics are nonsensical. Finn went from being able to effortlessly swim throughout the house to falling off the nightstand under his bed at the start of this arc. Gravity exists here as much as it doesn't. Extreme mentions Newton's laws at one point, even though everything here is telepathic. They're way more durable than actual goldfish crackers would be, and they have human senses as seen with them using the radiator like a sauna, and Gilbert complaining about a draft when a vacuum blows all the salt off of them, making him naked, and he complains to all of his naked friends right next to him. Speaking of which, the vacuum is by far the coolest villain in the series. I won't talk about him yet, but we'll get back to him. Don't you flip your flops. Under the bed in the in-universe world is like a melting pot of sorts. All flavors are shown here to an extent. Each of the main 4 comes from a different part of the house, which is also their known world. Finn's from the nightstand. We've seen what that's like. I'm about to sound like an English teacher trying to put meaning into meaningless things, but Brooke comes from a snack bowl. And because all the fish were so close in the bowl, that's why she's so nice. Gilbert comes from a plastic bag. And that's why he's an uncharismatic, shallow freak who acts like he's been in a bubble his whole life because he has been. But Extreme, he comes from the pantry. And the pantry is like a dictatorship state. And we find that out right after the season finale. The end of the season sees the fish preparing for a talent show. Brooke's talent is being smart, Finn can sing, Extreme's gonna be extreme, and Gilbert's gonna get rashes. Oh my god, there's actual people who act like this. In the final episode, Gilbert makes a funny scream. Everybody jokes about it until a comet crashes into the room, leaving a ton of flavor-blasted debris. Okay. And that brings us to 2008, Season 3, the flavor-blasted Patriarch Pantriarch. The giant comet crash came from Swimmington Von Stuffington III. He's the brother of Extreme, whose actual name is Dumbleton. And although both names are bad, Extreme is just a tad better. Apparently, Extreme lived into the pantry until he thought it was lame and cringe and dumb. So he does something cool, a little fish voiced by Jimmy Neutron says, "Good job," and then he escapes. Now, immediately on Swimmington's arrival, he does 2 very important things. He says, "Hello, natives," and "I've got more knots than a pretzel," trashing Gilbert within 10 seconds of meeting him,
Yay.
and quickly becoming one of the best characters in the series. He's overall kind of a dick early on, though, almost being like fish racist for no real reason other than these fish not being from the pantry. I also wanted to save
Makes
this
sense.
until now, but Gilbert's actually also like super awful, arguably worse than Swimmington at his worst moments. Like when he emphasizes how Extreme is flavor blasted when introducing him, he's definitely afraid of square crackers compared to everyone else. To be fair, they treat them like ghost equivalents in this universe. He's insecure about his skin, like trying to tan himself to look flavor blasted, and then complains when Brooke goes into the radiator sauna thing, kind of freaking out when it becomes co-ed. And then in the next commercial, he kind of simps for Brooke. Whatever bad thing a person is, Gilbert is at least like a quarter of that. I get his name is a pun, but the fact his name is Gilbert should be a red flag for anyone. Luckily, throughout the season, Swimmington actually improves as a person, becoming more embracing of the
Makes
ways
sense.
of the bed, and actually approving of Extreme as a
names that
personish
kid
thing
Gilbert,
now.
though?
But this finale has the craziest cliffhanger yet. While playing under the bed, the friends throw a frisbee far from everything. Remembering how Extreme collected a ball earlier in the season with a cool stunt, Gilbert decides to take a catapult out with Extreme to go retrieve it. In the middle of the expedition, the vacuum comes back, and for the
Vacuum comes
only
back?
time in the series, Gilbert has a hype moment, pushing
Really?
Extreme out of the way and saving him. And then it just ignores Extreme. That person's bad at vacuuming. 2009 filler episode. This is about the fish shooting a scene for the commercial. This is not canon. It's not real. It never happened. 2010 season 4. Vacuum arc. 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 This is the best one by far. It's peak fiction. And to the actual like Goldfish fan, it's like it's not called Vacuum Arc. It's actually called The Search for Gilbert. Shut up! Don't ruin this for me. This is I want to call it what I want to call it. Okay, this is my thing. Okay, let me have it. You little dummy head. Yeah. Although all the fish now have eyeballs instead of just some of them, although Under the Bed went from mostly the oranger colored ones to